good sleep. Let's go to Disney and make the most of this.
So we're all like ready for Disneyland. Most of us, this is going to be our first time at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. As the only one who had been to Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus, I was the tour guide in both lands.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, for anybody out there, I would just say at this point in time, don't park. Just take an Uber.
Yeah. Highly recommend taking an Uber. It saves you the headache of parking. They literally just drop you off like right there. And you just walk up and boom, here we are.
And so, thankfully enough, our hotel was actually good 15 minutes away.
A lot closer.
And so...
And plus, since it was at like 11 o'clock in the morning, traffic was not an issue.
It was a breeze.
Yes, it was easy.
Yeah, and we got there, of course, a big, Halloween... decorations, yes, this big grin here.
I'm used to it at this point.
These guys see me doing my Disney walk, and I do a kick in the air. I'm like, hee.
He was about to jack some kid's Buzz Lightyear clothes. Like, this is my moment, you son of a bitch.
Mine.
And so, like, we get there. Of course, all pomp and circumstance, like, getting through and everything. Of course, when you enter the little main district area and all that, we're just kind of like, Main Street, yeah.
Back.
Like, here it is. And
That giant pumpkin Mickey head.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, happiest place. So, yay, no scary monsters anymore. So,
Oh boy.
that's how you drain your wallets. But,
Yeah.
So, of course, we're like, again, nice Halloween, Disneyland, Star Wars.
Down Main Street. I'm like, okay, guys, this is the fastest way. Let's go.
Dun, 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 dun. And so we just like speed through everything. Of course, Danny leads us to not the middle entrance.
Yeah, it was the middle entrance.
Okay, so it led to the middle entrance of Galaxy's Edge, and then when you hear the familiar John Williams like score for Galaxy's Edge, and you're like, okay, you're entering something a little different.
The three of us all of a sudden had chills go up our entire body. We were like, we're not in Disney anymore.
Yeah, fuck you. And so, like, as we're being whisked away to a galaxy far, far away for us fanboys here. Perfect number 2, by the way.
Yep.
And so, so we get there and everything. Of course, we're at Batu and all that, and we're all looking around, and there's all like
your eyes are just like all three. Your eyes are just like super big.
Pure imagination, Willy Wonka.
So well done.
Oh, yes.
So let's describe each the table. Danny, we don't need to hear yours.
I know.
Yeah. So, ladies first. Was this your first time?
Yeah.
At Galaxy's Edge. How was it for
Oh
you?
my goodness. I was just in awe the whole time.
That's it?
No, I was in awe. I loved it, I think.
And the floor is yours right here, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, well, I think my favorite part, though, was seeing R2-D2.
Aw.
Oh, we'll get to that.
R2-D2? Oh, yeah. Okay. But, like, what was that feeling for you when you, like, walked into the park and you were just like, oh, man, like, this isn't Disneyland. This is Star Wars. Where you had, like, this kind of this, like, where do we go first and all that? Or just let my boyfriend take the lead?
Well, yeah. Mainly, I was just like, let him lead the way. But also, I guess
This is the
because I
way.
grew up watching the movies on VHS, it's kind of like nostalgic feeling. if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Charles.
Oh my gosh. For me, it was just, I was like, I'm home. It just because it just so many details, just looking at all of the craftsmanship and all the details they put into like every freaking square inch of that place, just, for all the sights and everything. And even, the people walking around as they're dressed up and stuff like that. And just, it was so well done, just seeing, the A-Wings, X-Wings, the droids, just... I had to stop. Oh yeah. I had to stop myself from smiling because my cheeks were hurting.
Yeah. So we were like all big smiles. Me, dimples galore. Like, like this is like the happiest moment that any of these four have seen me because I'm like,
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
like the little kid from Hawthorne, California, from Anchorage, Alaska, like Shadows of the Empire. Me, Shadows of the Empire, sure, was just like, like. 20s, 30s Joe is like gone. This is like me, like here.
This is
So
6-year-old Joe.
Yeah, and
Aww.
so Vinny, how did it feel like for you, Mr. Space Ranger?
Oh my god! so subtracting you guys from my subconscious in the moment, I just as soon as I walked through that entranceway, hearing the music, and I'm looking at Star Wars Land, I just felt like I was in my own world, just experiencing something I never thought I would see in my entire life. And that was just something that magically that Disney pulled off so beautifully for Star Wars, was that they actually captured something all of us were able to come back to from our younger age. It's that sensation of just wonder.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's a good way to describe it.
So the park opened around circa 2019.
Yeah.
And so, of course, only like just a freaking year, COVID hits and all that. And it was just like a, whole year,
Shut down.
2020, nothing, 2021, slowly picking back up. But here's all these regulations, all that stuff. Then 2022, saying it, fuck it. We have to go. We can go to this trip and all that. And so, I mean, that 3-year wait of just like, okay, and when's the moment to come here and just enjoy ourselves? And so you're basically lost and captivated by John Williams' score, just echoing throughout the park and everything.
Your ships flying overhead, little creatures in the bushes.
Yeah, you hear all kind of like the sound effects for that Ben Burt, from Star Wars, just kind of using like everything just feels it's a set. That's
You
like
hear
a lot.
TIE fighters flying over your head and shooting buildings. I'm like, holy crap.
To capture
Yeah, the soundscapes.
Oh,
was
yeah.
just
to capture the
beautiful.
feel, you basically are immersed into the world of Star Wars. Just saying it for right now. And so we go in, we're like taking a crap ton of pictures. Of course, for places like these, get to the rides quickly or else
Yes.
it gets up to...
Yes.
And thankfully, we got to with Rise of Resistance, we ended up getting lightning lanes, but we got to a point where during the day, that was a good time just to do standby because again, the ride moves really quickly with the queue.
Yeah. And so this is where we're going to go into heavy detail with this one because, I mean, that whole the Disneyland trip pretty much ate up the entire day.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
spent all
Oh,
day
yeah.
in both parks. I mean,
No
mainly
regrets.
Disneyland, but we both parks.
No regrets.
So we're taking pictures, of course. I mean, we're having trouble with like the Wi-Fi and
Oh
all
my
that.
God.
Mr.
I had the
GPS,
most trouble. So okay,
Yeah.
we're all buying our lightning lane passes for Rise of the Resistance. I get to the final screen, confirm. Your location is currently not here. Lightning lanes are only currently available for Canada and United States. I'm in California. What are you talking about?
My phone is not in a galaxy far, far away.
We
literally did go to Batu.
So we finally had to get a cast member over to help us. And apparently, for the app settings for the Disneyland app, the location wasn't turned on, but my phone's location was turned on. So we got that fixed.
Hey, Disney IT, fix that shit, please.
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to say this. Speaking as a software engineer, the user experience for their app sucks.
Yes.
They need to work on this because I could probably put together something that'd be more intuitive than this
need
mess.
your charger and battery packs because even the data pad thing, you need to dedicate that to at least a day if you want to play data
It
pad.
is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
fun to use the data
It
pad.
is, but damn, that thing eats up your battery, especially the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi,
Oh,
and,
yeah.
GPS. You're just your phone's like, fuck, man, let me breathe. And so
Forget the apps. Just enjoy the park. Don't be in your phone.
that's eventually what it became. So we went to God. So my dumbass here, I wore the Disneyland name tag and all that, and man, how many employees?
You had three cast
Three
members
cast
notice it.
members and this dorky looking bitch from the First Order. She there's a video, I'm gonna probably share it and all that. And so she I'm recording wow, we're here in the Star Destroyer and all that, and I could just see the glasses First Order lady oh crap, she's walking behind me. You're not supposed to wear that. The one guy was like, oh, that's a fake and all that, whatever. But anyway, the Rise of the Resistance. So we get there, of course, all the castmates and everything, all the interns there, they're all playing their roles and everything. And so First Order comes in. I mean, if you've never seen the ride, I don't know. For people who just want to stay in the not knowing, please avoid any YouTube
videos they're good to show you what the ride is like, but it does not compare to actually living the ride.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
So I would say for that, just give yourself a little teaser. As soon as you leave the Bay Area with all of the little stormtroopers and all that, stop the video. But like, you have to experience it for yourself. So we go in and we're basically divided in these little colored
red and blue for us.
Lines and all that. Yeah, it was red and
like,
blue, and like we're being stationed with one little cart or something like that. And so there's these families here, and of course there's another dorky looking First Order guy. I mean, First Order, they really lowered their standards because this guy had a belly. And so walks in, and, we're all hamming it up and all that. Like, okay, we're going to see who's the resistance and all that. Like, who's the spies and all that. Immediately, I'm trying to be like a traitor and be like, yeah, the people in front of us are resistance spies. This mom was like, thanks for throwing us under the bus.
Anytime.
All hail the Empire. Or First Order, whatever. And so we get to the ride and all that. And of course, like, again, we're in a little magic moment. And so we get in our little car. There's a little R4 black unit and all that just in front of us. I know Star Wars fans are like, idiot, it's not an R4 unit. So we get there and we're all sitting there. I think who's in the front?
It was you three and then me and Sabrina were in the back.
And I see.
Meanwhile, they're making out in the back. We're
filming the whole time.
Come on, baby.
Meanwhile, I'm just immersed in the moment, like, all right, little buddy, let's get us out of here.
Get us out of here. And so the ride begins. I think after being transported, okay, who stops us? Oh, Kylo Ren, you stop in that one little area.
First it's the probe droid.
Yeah.
Oh, the pro droid, yeah. So the doors open, the blast doors open. Oh shit, there's a pro droid and all that, and it starts like firing and all that.
No. So we see the probe droid. Yeah. We go off into another area. Stormtrooper notice us, and then they start firing at us.
Yeah.
And the way they do the blaster effects shooting at you, it's genius. It looks like they're actual blaster bolts coming towards you.
Yeah, and all like the little burned cinders on the walls, and you're just like, oh, cool, and all that. And so you're just being whisked away, and you're just like, you're seeing like the other passengers too, and we're like kind of waving, like, hey,
yeah,
guys.
like, hey.
And so
then we get to the main, like one of the biggest awe moments in the ride.
So the best part, and I'm glad Danny captured this because we were kind of
oh yep, I got everything.
So you enter this room, and of course, when you see it, like, we have Imperial walkers, well, First Order walkers, and you're just looking up at this huge model of an AT-AT and, well, First Order AT-AT, and you're like, what the shit?
Yeah. Those things.
And you're like, okay, we got to get to the elevator and all that.
I'm so glad we got that one.
So we go up and all that, and there's all like the little AT-AT like troopers and all that. Like, what? Hey, what? Here, fire and all that. So they start.
The cannons lower.
Yeah, like, you're like, oh shit! Crap.
I'm just in there like,
yeah, this guy here's our human R2D2.
Yeah, basically.
So we're like, R4, get us out of here, woo! And so we're going through it. They're firing all the blasters and everything. So we're like, get us out of here. And so next thing you know, we get to what's the next part?
We're on the bridge with Hux and Kylo Ren.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so you're kind of lower, and I guess these idiots can't freaking hear all the sound in the back, so they're like, "What is that? Oh my gosh, what are you doing here?" And so like here's Kylo Ren about to attack us. We get the hell out of Dodge.
Go into another elevator.
You go to another elevator, and I think that's when you see him the second time. And
yeah, he comes towards you with the lightsaber.
Oh, that was so cool.
Jumps down onto the elevator, stabs his lightsaber through the ceiling.
Yeah, and
I
it was
love
like,
that effect.
Oh man! And so
cool
we
effect.
go in. I forget who blasts the background behind him. So we get to one scene with him, and the wall blows up from behind, and he's like trying to like stay.
No!
Yeah.
And the wind effect too was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He had that like whole Revenge of the Sith vibe, when General Grievous went out the window and all
Time
that.
to abandon ship.
Of course, we're all like quoting Star Wars because that's the whole vibe. I mean,
Yep.
this is for the Star Wars fans. I know, not fans of sequel trilogy and all, but so anyway, so we go in. Next part is
The escape pods.
The escape pods. Oh yeah, that was fun. So you go in, you basically lower Batu. You eject and everything. Oh, here we go. And
it
then
drops
starts,
you.
falling. And then here comes Akbar or whatever. Like,
No, it's not
not
Akbar.
The son? No.
No, it's just
Someone
another
knows.
Mon Calamari.
And so, like, hey, y'all made a trap and all that. But yeah,
Good job, recruits.
good job, recruits. Like, oh, thank you. You know, all these Imperial spies over here. Like, hey, wait a second. And so
We get off. I'm like, all right, guys, what'd you think? And you guys are like, yeah.
That was awesome.
yeah, like it was like okay,
It was fantastic.
That was amazing.
That
And
was an
so-
experience.
Yeah, definitely for any like I think the key moment is for anyone who hasn't gone to it, that's probably the best reactions. Like go with someone who hasn't experienced it but are big Star Wars fans.
It was great
Oh, yeah.
going with 4 people who are big Star Wars fans and never gone before. Like, yeah.
Hell, my family sucks, but my friends are definitely, definitely the real
Well, my
treat.
family doesn't care as much about the Star Wars land where it takes place. They like it, but I'm the only one who's like, oh, this is awesome.
And your family is apparently the Disney fanatics. How dare
the
you?
Disney fanatics. And my family is Star Wars fans, but my mom and my second sister like to call Batu Tatooine 3.
They will experience
Oh,
the full
no.
power
Yeah.
of the dark side. But okay.
I mean, they love Rise of Resistance. They say it's the best ride at Disney.
Yeah, I mean that's a great ride. Yeah, because there's a
Yeah.
little like stops and everything. So speaking of stops, here comes the initiated side quest of this freaking trip:
So,
the inevitable black crystal hunting. Kyber crystal
God.
hunting.
so before we start doing the Kyber Crystal hunt, I had all 4 of them walk down the middle of the land so they could all see the life-size Millennium Falcon. And they're just like,
Oh God! Okay.
The junk will do.
Okay, so Joe was probably the one big hit out of the 3 of us. Like me, Joe, and Charles.
as soon as he gets sight of it, he's like, he freezes for a second.
Like out of anybody in the 5 of us, the Han Solo of the group. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
you, Chris. That's my shit. And I won't be killed by Kylo. And so, yeah, just literally, you thought this was like something you would never like see like up close, and it was just like, like the kid that popped in, not the VHS tapes, but it was on the USA Network, and I'm like, this is the ship they are all on. Although replace that dish, bring that to circular.
That was
one.
too close.
Yeah, too close. But I was just like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, just dazzled by it. And, like, again, sorry, guys. They all disappeared. It was just the ship and I, like,
Well, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But, like, all right, like, kick back to reality and all that. Like, all right, let's all take pictures and everything. I was surprised, like, at some places and all that, there's, like, fucking people walking in the shots and all that. And they were like, oh, crud. But I'm glad, like, most visitors there, yeah, everyone wants a part of the ship. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
we all took our respective individual pictures and group photos and all that. And so that to me, the Falcon, you know what, we got to go around the table because it's not fair with just me. It has to be with everybody. So Sabrina, your first time seeing the Falcon.
Oh my goodness. Well, for starters, on my phone, my lock screen is of the Lego Millennium Falcon. And then I recently got a new phone case of the Millennium Falcon. So, I'm a big fan of the Millennium Falcon. It was beautiful. I was literally in awe. I was speechless.
Yeah. Yeah. We're never going to see the Enterprise, but the Falcon, that's something else. Yeah. Danny, I know yours. Charles, seeing the Falcon.
The scale of it was just amazing. Just you're like, this is it. This is the ship. But like you said, yeah, get that dish out of here. We need the right one. Yeah, but just like again, all the detail that they put into it, like because not only you get to see it from down below, but then in other rides you get to see up above it too.
Yeah,
and all
for
the
Smuggler's Run, you get to go behind it and then above and behind it. You get like all sorts of really great like looks onto the ship.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
All right, Vinny, your turn, man. Seeing the Falcon.
I kind of had my Buzz Lightyear moment when I looked at that ship because when I saw that thing, I was like, I'm gonna fly you. That is my ship. And because I saw your guys' reaction, but my reaction was exactly Han Solo's from the Solo movie. Like just him just staring at it in awe. Like this thing is just.
There she is,
Millennium Falcon. It's the most beautiful life-sized vehicle you will ever see that no one will ever fucking own unless we're dead in 1,000 years. But this thing is just, it's incredible that we got to see this. And yes, please replace the dish.
Now it's possible because when the land first opened, it was story locked to in between episode 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And
But
out
now
comes
they're
Fennec
starting
and
to
Boba.
like stretch those story threads because like Fennec and Boba from the Book of Boba Fett are now appearing.
Sadly,
in the
we
land.
didn't get to see Boba walking
We saw
around.
Fennec walk by.
Fennec was
thankfully.
cool.
I wanted
Yeah.
to see Boba.
Yeah, we all wanted to, but the
Yeah.
thing is, like, we're just like, look, I know we've seen a bunch of cosplayers that ain't fucking anything different.
Yeah.
So,
We did see troopers.
Yeah, we saw some
yeah,
first order
stormtroopers.
stormtroopers walking
I can't
around.
wait till they convert to. I hope they do like days where it's like, this is clone trooper night, this is stormtrooper.
Oh God.
Oh,
yes.
prequel night,
Yeah.
original trilogy night.
That would
oh
be-
my
Oh,
god,
that would be
They,
cool.
they will cash in on it. They definitely will.
I so badly wanted to run up to them with the droid and be like, "You never catch me, coppers."
So, cut to so round 1 of the Kyber crystals, and also we see, we all buy a round of like a red Kyber crystal.
I even
and,
pitched in for some of the
yeah,
escapades.
Danny thankfully
Yeah,
is like,
that was
hey,
nice.
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
We're gonna help, and so of course they have like this little dish and this little bowl and all that, and so like we all buy our first round. Did you get it on the first round, Charles, or the second?
Second
round?
round for him.
Second round.
Second.
Okay. So we all popped in. Like I think we bought like 2 each from all 4
Yeah,
of us.
I got 2.
So it was like nope. Oh shit. Okay, well then that sucks. And so, I mean, that's it for that side quest. Of course, if anyone who doesn't know, the black Kyber crystal is kind of like the rare one to find. It's hidden in within the red Kyber crystal.
You have like
canister.
a 1 in 10 chance.
Yeah. And so, I mean, obviously the first round we didn't get anything. Did we get the Ronto?
Yes. So
roasters?
after that, I took all these guys to try Ronto wraps over at Ronto Roasters.
And so, of course, they had a little, the little display with like the little pod racer engine and all that, the little torture droid from Return of the Jedi and all that, making the meats. And of course, it was a nice little like tortilla, like
I think it's pita bread.
pita
pita
bread
bread.
with
It was like a coleslaw sort of thing.
Coleslaw.
Swedish hot dog sausage.
and like a little slice of chicken or something, or
Something. No, turkey. I think it was
turkey. And so, I mean, our reactions, it was definitely good, really, really
yeah,
good.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Delish.
It was delicious.
The breakfast version's really good too.
Yeah, I'm sure the breakfast version would have been nice, but please, you guys could add a freaking side, won't you?
Yeah, the drinks were good. The drink I had was really good.
Oh, you had like one of the teas. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was, but it was
It was
definitely
the purple one.
yeah, definitely worth it.
Yeah, so of course we had our try of the blue milks, blue or green milks. Did you guys?
You all got blue milk. I think later in the day, Vinny got the green milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the green
you-
one
you-
too. Yeah,
Joe got the green one.
and
as
we
well.
mixed it up too.
Yeah, I got both, and I'm just like mix them together. Let's go party hard.
Yeah,
It's weird.
and then you drink it. You're like, brain freeze.
I have like a very sensitive skull, so whenever I drink frozen drinks, it lingers for like 10 minutes.
Sorry,
It
you ever
hurts.
seen Page Master, guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's hollow.
Oh.
and so the drink was really, really good. If you guys come back, when you guys return, definitely have the green one. The green one was okay, but money well spent.
Definitely.
After that, we went to the Millennium Falcon ride.
Yeah,
Smuggler's
Smuggler's
Run,
Run.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, my excitement levels like whoop, whoop,
I know,
whoop.
I've never seen Joe so excited.
Yeah,
I still get it here. I'm stating myself here right now. So I'm even jonesing for it, like fuck all you guys. This is, and so,
Yeah.
And this was like one thing that had to happen when we went on Smuggler's Run. So thankfully there was 5 of us, and they didn't add an additional passenger to make it full 6 people. It was just the 5 of us in the cockpit. So it was literally Han, Chewie, Ben, Luke, and Leia. Like it was perfect. So we get into the cabin of the Falcon, and Joe is just like, wait, I have to do it. So he runs back and he's like, Chewie, we're home. And unfortunately, we didn't get a lot of time in there because they immediately called our
they
group.
called
Yeah.
our group because we wanted to sit by like the little
Yeah.
chest
The
area.
chest
And it was
chest,
like
the hollow
it was like
chest.
nope, gotta go. I'm like damn lady,
So-
Yeah.
We get in there and we have the cast member take a picture of us in the cabin, and we had to make this happen. So the hyperspace lever is on the right pilot's side, but was like, no, this is Joe's moment. He has to pull it.
yeah. And so of course Han sat, left driver's side and all that inside the cockpit. And of course, as Danny said, the lever's right there, hyperspace. So we're all playing the game, controlling the side and everything. And of course, that thing lights up. I saw Vinny's hand for a little bit.
He's like, no, Joe's got this.
Joe's got this. And so it was just like, wait a minute.
Me and Joe were
just the
just
second one. You have the second one.
me and Joe were just excited.
So then, all right, hang on. And so
Punch it.
And then you go, and here comes the ride, and we're like, yeah,
Let's go.
this one up here, up and down, asshole.
He crashes into something. My screen is lighting up because I'm the engineer, and I'm just like, I'm getting alerts all over the ship. I'm like trying to turn things back on. I'm like, what the hell are you doing up there?
I was like getting into the controls, and my rails were crashing. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, me and Sabrina were the gunners, so we just watch
that
the
was
screen,
perfect
push the
for
button.
me.
So after I guess after that first crash, the ship wasn't wanting to fly because I kept making the controls go up and down to get us in the air,
And I'm like,
and it wouldn't fucking go.
You had to do it slowly, though. You can't do it fast.
Yeah.
It's a big freighter,
takes
dude.
time. Yeah.
'Cause
So,
I was like just holding down, trying to get it up. I'm like, up.
but now, for first timers, we did a shitty job, but it was.
At least we at least got one coaxium
Yeah,
container.
and at least we didn't destroy the ship. You know,
We didn't
Yeah.
destroy the ship.
Yeah, it
we
was
barely
like-
made
it
it by like 14% of the hull intact.
Well, no, it was at shields were at 94%.
Oh, 94?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh, so we were good.
So just going through the ride, Hondo, his little introduction and everything. Chopper was there.
didn't see Chopper.
Not Chopper. What the fuck?
BB-8.
No, not the BB-8.
No, you
Chewie?
mean Chewie.
No, Chewie was there. There was a droid. Oh, fuck, it wasn't Chopper or anything. But anyway, so we're doing the ride and everything. Of course, the mission of the ride, you have to steal these coaxium canisters and all that. How many was there you had to get?
It's not how many you have to get. It's like the more successful you are, the more you get. I think you can get up to 4 or 5.
Yeah. And of course, we're just living in the moment. And again, you're flying the Falcon. The whole ride is you're capturing the feel of the Falcon.
And they pretty much did.
It
Yeah.
did. It
No, it
definitely
did,
did.
yeah.
Like, honestly, like, I had, like, again, because I love Shadows of the Empire, Outrider fucking, like, dun, 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 dun,
Oh, yeah.
playing the asteroid theme in my head. And, of
And
course,
we
the
even
asteroid...
got to do an asteroid
Yeah,
section.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was happy.
yes.
And see, when we were flying in space, that's when the controls were working for me. I was like, all right, like down, up,
Here we
down,
go. And then, like, dodging those freaking things, and we're like, oh, crap, here we go.
we just had it in the bag.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it was fun.
But, after shitty attempt at landing, but we did. So, end of the ride, we tally up our scores and everything.
We had hot shot. We did good.
Yeah, I got hot shot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For engineer? Hot
Yeah,
shot?
I did. Yeah, hot
Everyone
shot.
did. You're on your phone, damn it. But yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, like after the Falcon ride, for anyone who wants to be a Han and Chewie, that's definitely the ride for you
Yep.
guys. So,
I was very grateful that Danny let me and Joe be Han and Chewie for
Oh,
this
yeah.
ride.
I've had my time pulling the hyperspace levels. Your turn.
I know. I was just like, punch it!
yeah. Next time I get to drive. But I will admit, even being the engineer, like I've heard like mixed stories, but for me personally, even being the engineer, I thought was a lot of fun. Especially in the fact that with you crashing everything, so I'm having to like reboot and start everything.
it gives me a job.
So yeah, you're welcome. Don't give me shit for doing that.
Oh yeah, because I'm having to fix the ship while you're crashing it.
It's Star Wars, man. This shit happens all the time.
They told me they fixed it.
It's not my fault.
What are you doing back there? Do you know how to fly? I can do this. I can do this.
Oh man! So that ride was really, really fun. Again, all like we're all on a high. Like okay, there was moments like I want to get back on it.
Well,
So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's all do it.
We should have.
Should have, but again, we're all on a time constraint because there's so much
Yeah.
to do at Disneyland.
Right. I think after that we went to Haunted Mansion.
Haunted
Yes,
Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
where you two, Joe and Charles, took a picture with the infamous death certificates.
Yeah, we were the 999th guest.
Yep.
We're the group that had it. So,
Oh yeah.
If you didn't get your death certificates, I mean, you just got to be that 999th group.
So
Yep.
So we all had ours too, but I didn't get a chance to show it off.
Yeah.
So Joe, how did you die?
Oh, I fell off the Tron ride.
Charles.
I got crushed by the boulder on the Indiana Jones ride.
I died by train explosion on Big Thunder Mountain.
I died because I wanted to die by atomic blast from radioactive dinosaur, but it was too long, so I just settled for radioactive dinosaur.
Yeah, no, I couldn't think of anything at the time when Will had given me the.
I showed you on the
I
screen.
just couldn't think of anything. So I was during work, and I was like, okay, I just got shut out of convention.
Yeah. And I mean, with Haunted Mansion, it was, of course, it's Halloween time and the
best version of the
Nightmare
ride.
Before Christmas, all
Yeah.
themed. I love both. Don't get me wrong.
They're both
So,
good. They're both good.
I experienced both Disneyland and Disney World, and quite frankly, nothing's really different and all that. Of course, for people are fans. It's your own opinion. Haunted Mansion, and so I do like Nightmare Before Christmas. Don't get me wrong.
It's a fantastic add-on.
It's a good add-on.
If I
yes.
had the money and time to travel around the world, I would like to do both Phantom and
Yes.
That would be
in
cool.
Paris
yes,
and
to see all the different versions.
Shanghai with Mystic, I guess. And
Give
so-
me Phantom Manor. That thing is just beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. After that, I mean, if you don't know Haunted Mansion, the hell are you doing listening to this? And so,
Right?
and next one, again, we got to speed this.
I
all
think
up.
after that was Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder,
Big
yeah.
Thunder Mountain.
Yep.
So again, that was fun. Vinny, I was surprised. They had a 40-minute wait at the line. I don't know.
15, 20
We
minutes.
got in for 5. We got in at 5 minutes.
It was and I think what happened was the fast lane was open at the mid part of it. I think Vinny just just blitzed right by, and we're like,
Oh,
I V-lined. I was just there and gone. And everybody's like, where's Vinny?
We're walking on the line. He booked it in there. Where'd he go?
no one's looking, no one's telling, hey, you cutters or anything like that. No, it was we were there. We're like, fuck it.
But honestly, I don't even think we cut. I think that was the actual. That was the
Maybe, yeah,
actual
it was a
line.
line.
Because they even said the line's right here. So I was like, cool. Pew.
And so, yeah, of course, Big Thunder Mountain definitely was
Always
a
fun.
Always fun and all that. We wanted to do space.
I think after that we did Pirates.
Pirates.
Yeah.
Pirates is always a fun
Pirates
ride.
is always
Yeah.
a classic.
We got in really fast with that one too. We got lucky because as soon as we got in, the lines just poof.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they
of
disappeared.
course when you lube, go upstairs and all that, we turned outside and then you saw it was getting packed. It was
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
We got
yeah.
it just in time.
yeah.
so
I was surprised that we didn't end up with the bumper boats.
That was one of the
Oh.
first few times I've been on that ride where the ending, it was just a straight shot back into the
Right.
queue. We didn't get bumped.
yeah, that was
That was pleasant.
And then, of course,
we found Club 33. but-
yeah, we couldn't get in, but we
couldn't
found
get
the
in,
door.
Yeah.
I wanted to get inside.
Just
and I
rank speed.
finally got a churro.
Yes.
Yeah. That
was so
They had the
good.
seasonal ones. They had the chocolate
seasonal one
churro
was
with
good.
the spicy chocolate dipping. It was really
Yeah.
good. Nice
Yeah,
little
that-
kick to
that
it.
It was
dip
okay.
was
It was
good.
alright. It was alright.
Not the. I would. They should have just done caramel apple or something.
Sabrina, the one that escaped us, was like, goddamn Dole Whip. It was after we were done.
I know.
I realized that afterwards. I was like, oh man.
God damn it,
Next
Star
time,
Wars.
next time.
Next time, man.
But one of the main reasons we were there at Star Wars Land, and it was getting later in the day, we had a 6:45 reservation to build some lightsabers.
Oh yeah.
So we walk in. I'm surprised. Oh yeah, just that we didn't do Oga's Cantina. I guess
Unfortunately.
that's a next one.
Right.
Next
yeah.
time.
We gotta do that
What's
next
the name of that? The name's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't fucking.
Savi's workshop.
Savi's Workshop.
Savi's
time.
Workshop.
Yeah.
Before
So-
we get in there, though, we tried one more round
One
of
more-
Yeah.
crystals.
Yeah, one more round of crystals, and this is when Charles gets it. The second round, hey, I got was that the second red? How many red crystals did you buy?
4. So it was the fourth. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah. So the thing was, is for the first two, I was just I'm just willy nilly pick. All right. The third one, I was like willy nilly pick. Fourth one, I'm like, all right, I'm going to channel the Force here. And I was like, I put my hand in the bowl and I was like, nope. That one. All right, there we go. That one. And I pulled it out and I kept it separate. And that was it.
That was it.
You're like, it started like Charles was like, wait, like what? We got to make sure, man. He pulls it out.
because it was so dark. It was like because I couldn't tell. It's like it looks black, but I can't tell.
Yeah.
So he shakes it out of the canister, drops in his hand.
That was during the daytime, though.
no,
wasn't
it was right before our experience. It was like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was starting to get dark. So
And so 6:45 happens. So one of the strangest things, how freaking greedy Disney is. I'm putting it out there. So when we initially paid for our reservation and all that, it was the original price.
Right.
Of course, there was that little price hike that went up, I don't know, like $20, $40 or something.
something like that.
Something
So
like that.
we went in, and then that's when they charged us the full price. And it was like, why'd you take our card info then that first
Right.
time? That was kind of like,
yeah.
That really was a weird thing. Like,
It's a no-show just in case.
But still, it sucks because
I know,
you're
I
not
know.
actually reserving it.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, it's like
So anyway, like after that happens, take our spots and all that. And of course, the best time to do this is at nighttime so that you can actually,
right. Yeah.
show the lightsabers in full. And
Yep.
so after we go inside, of course, our gatherers,
Yep.
they're kind of introducing like how, hey, you guys are going to be the next heroes or villains, in this world, Galaxy's Edge or Batu and all that. And so as they're doing the introductions,
the phone.
No, it's not during the introductions. Later on.
later on. Oh, okay. So as they're getting like the pieces ready and all that, when you make your reservations, I think you're given the cards and all that. We walk in together. You have like the little pendant and all that. Like, what are you building and all. I had nature,
Elemental nature.
Elemental nature. Sabrina, what did you have?
I think it's
We had the same.
it's not power and control. It's protection and defense.
Protection and defense. That's what the three of us
we
had.
we had the same.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Vinny, you had
Power and
power
control.
Sith Lord. But
Yes.
he's a Sith Lord. But
That was actually the one I was wanting to go with, but they were missing a lot of the pieces that I wanted, so that's why I went with my backup.
Yeah, Danny Saber actually has one of the parts I wanted, but to be honest, there was a part that Joe had that I really kind of wanted to smuggle and put on my saber.
Oh yes, gotta bring that up.
So there was I wanted that damn Rancor too because god damn it, so yeah, I just wanted the elemental nature one just because of that one little piece. Of course, smugglers, Vinny and I, there was one part he wanted, and I'm kind of like, just take it, don't mention anything. That damn bitch. She walks up to us, and we're like,
We're not doing anything.
we're like kind of like shit our pants moment, like hi. So she was like, did I sense something going on here?
Nope.
No, nothing.
I think she said, like, did I just sense like a smuggling attempt here?
No. I was because
we're like, no.
Like me and her were talking for a bit because she was helping me with my saber because my saber was being defective. So she was very sweet to me, very amazing staff member, by the way. And so when she came over and saw us, we were just trying to play it chill and like, no, we were just doing
what are you
this.
talking about, lady? Come on.
But she was actually going to be really chill about it. She actually, I think she said like, you could go ahead and swap that part out. I was like, really? Like, but I didn't do it because I didn't want her in trouble or me in trouble because believe it or not, I just
Light side points. Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah.
I saw a recent video of a guy building his lightsaber and he put a yellow crystal in there. The staff took his saber and he didn't get a refund. So I was
didn't
like,
see
what
that.
the frick?
Yeah, sometimes people will sneak in either the white or the yellow crystals because during the experience you can only use red, blue, green, and purple.
Yeah, and this one staff member was being a stinge and took his saber. He didn't get a refund. He didn't even get the saber back. And I'm like, that's a dick move, Tiz.
Oh man.
But anyways.
Yeah, so the lady, like, it was a smuggling attempt. We joked around and all that. And
I'm
so-
recording all. Thankfully, I got all four of them perfectly in frame. Recording with one hand. I'm trying to build my saber with the other hand.
Multitasker here. And so the gatherers, okay, everything's all set. It was before Yoda begins to talk. Yeah.
No. It's after. I think I'll have to look at the footage.
Okay,
again,
so
but-
either before or after, my phone was left on, and the twinkle from Back to the Future, play, and then everyone kind of looked at me, like everyone around, but they're like, it kind of fits.
It did.
So yeah,
It was the perfect timing too, of all things.
And so like we're all there. Of course, how the experience goes, they hook up the sabers to like the table and everything, trying to get everything all fitted and all that. And of course, it begins with Frank, like original Yoda. Frank Oz, like, he says his quote and everything, and the Yoda theme, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I wish my phone could record in low light better, because I can only see Sabrina in the footage, but I could just see Joe just like,
oh yeah. So goosebumps and all that. Just
Yeah.
like,
Tingles.
oh man, here we go.
The Peter tingles.
Yeah.
spider sense, damn it.
Yeah, it's so we're listening to the Yoda speech and all that, and next thing you know, of course, now activate your sabers. You've seen it on the videos. When that activates, it's that feeling like this is my lightsaber.
Yeah.
And you lift it up.
Raise your
Yeah.
sabers
Raise it
high.
All of us. Yeah, we're like, yeah. And then like, motherfucker has the red one. Like, really?
Yeah. And then wasn't there somebody that had a yellow? I think they
I
had.
don't remember.
No.
I thought there was.
No, nobody had a yellow, but it was like you said though. It was fun because I'm in the middle of the table. I'm just standing with my saber, holding it both hands, and I see the guy in front of me with the red. I'm like, I will smite you.
He does the Palpatine spin.
then- But then for me, I was next to this little kid, and he starts to grab mine. I was like, no, and his dad chimes in. And it's like, no, yours is on the right.
Aw.
I was like,
Just don't take my saber.
Yeah.
Just beat.
Yeah. Us being like Spaceballs fans. Charles had his face mask. I had the Schwartz ring, and I'm like, I'm OP as fuck here right now.
Yeah. Well, and I also had the Schwartz shirt,
Oh,
too,
yeah, you
which
did.
the guard at the front said, "May the Schwartz be with you." I was like,
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, they gave us all like the little
The saber
sleeves.
sheaths.
Yeah, the sheaths and everything. We walked out. Of course, we all go outside. You get to see all the people who didn't do the experience go like, God damn it, we all should have gotten lightsabers and all that.
Yep. And that's the unfortunate thing about the experience. You need to book in advance. It's very rare they have openings.
Yeah.
right.
And so we're all out there, of course. We're twirling sabers. We're all like,
Mhm.
of course, photo op opportunity. Man, these really two smart ass fucking photographers at Disneyland. Like, of course, we went to the Falcon and all that, took pictures and all. But anyway, for that, we're all like twirling our sabers and all that. We're like, hee, doing all a couple photos and all that. Me doing like the tricks and all that other stuff. We took our pictures with the Falcon. Now this is when we finally take a break from Galaxy's Edge. And we're going to make our way to California Adventures. So then we get to Avengers Campus. And so what happens is that we go to Avengers Campus, and we're kind of hungry right now. We were supposed to go there for the Spider-Man.
Yeah, so we bought a lightning lane for the Web Slingers ride, the only ride right now in Avengers Campus.
Oh yeah. So that ride, of course, something happened. They had to.
So we get into the land and we get a notification on our phone saying, "Oh, there's been an update to your lightning lane reservation. The ride is shut down." So when that happens, it gives you a lightning reservation for any ride in the park. Like, you can use it for anything. So we decide to try and kill some time because we're hungry. To the Pim Test. To the Pim Test Kitchen.
Are you okay there, Danny?
Yes,
So-
I'm fine.
Luckily, not a bouncer like Mo's at Universal or anything. But like, we go in and it got busy actually after we went in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice. Of course, you're seeing like the area and everything. You're seeing like the pretzels up above, like the
The big and
normal
small.
size ones.
It looks
Here comes
cool.
the big ones. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, that's
that was a
pretty
cool
neat.
effect. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course that's actually the size of the pretzels
Mhm.
that they give out and everything. Of course, pretzel loving fan here.
Yep, I got
Is it
myself
chocolate? Do you like chocolate covered pretzels, Dan?
Would you like a chocolate covered pretzel? But yeah, I got myself the quantum pretzel, and then I also got the giant candy bar that they were also giving out.
Oh my
That
god,
was good.
That was really good.
That was pretty That was a beefy.
And then
diabetes.
what did you get,
I
Sabrina?
got the meatball.
The vegan meatball.
The vegan meatball.
I wish they would have had the real
No,
one.
it was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was really good.
And what'd you get, Joe?
I had the chicken sandwich one.
The giant chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Same.
I got the panini.
Oh, the Pimnini,
Ah.
that's right. And then I think you two, Charles and Sabrina, you bought the Pim
Yeah, the
discs or
Pim
particles.
particles.
Yes, yep.
Particles.
Yeah, I got mine in blue.
Yep, blue.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you also got the chocolate.
Yeah,
bar,
so I got the whole candy bar, and again the not so little chicken sandwich. Both were really amazing. It's just that candy bar
I
was
like
a
how
lot.
you eat the chicken first, like.
Well, like because they put it on a tiny ass little bun, so I'm like pinching it with my hands wide apart. I'm like eating the perimeter, going and I finally get to the bun. Done.
Well, yeah, that's the point. It's a giant patty, and it's supposed to be a normal sized bun.
That was not a normal size bun. That was a mini bun. They cheated. They lied.
They lied to me. Those bastards lied to
It
me.
was delicious, wasn't it?
It was really good.
Yeah, it was.
And
Yeah.
then Sabrina and I were like, let's get drinks and all that.
I know.
Yes.
We almost got busted.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
we walked to
What?
the bar, and of course we're like normal, like walking in. Hi, we were like, did you guys were in line already?
yeah.
And we looked, and we're
Yeah,
like
we looked
Sabrina,
at the line.
there was like all these people like staring at us. We're like,
Please, together.
we were doing like the SpongeBob, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're out of here because they were like, yeah, you cutters and all that. But we're like,
Thank-
we'll come back to this.
Yeah, thankfully, while we were eating, we got a notification. Well, not a notification. I looked back on the map, and it said 30-minute wait for website. It's like, it's back open. Let's go.
So yeah, the food was delicious. We went back into the Spider-Man ride. Again, there was another delay. for,
So
like,
we get into like the little video area. Peter Parker and Spider-Man come in. All right, get to the web slinging machine. Let's go. So we get down towards the ride, and I don't know. It sounded like someone was like sticking their hands or their legs outside of the vehicle, and that maybe like messed up the tracking or something.
So what happened
That's what
was
it sounded like.
So what happened was, because went down. Apparently, one of the carts was not moving. So what happened was, and that's why they did 2 laps of the carts and everything. And of course, there was someone that was stuck. There was a party stuck in one of the rides. So we waited there for like a good 20, 25 minutes.
Not too long.
Not
Like,
yeah,
no,
it didn't
yeah.
feel long, but it was
And
just
we were
like.
so close to the front too.
I
Right.
know.
Yeah.
But as soon as the ride started kicking up, all right, here we go. And so I think it was Dan-
you
Dan and
you
Sabrina.
3 in the back, and then us 2 in the front with 2 randos.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it was a fun ride. It's motion sensor again, so you're kind of like
Again, me filming her for the first time with one hand, and me doing the web sling with the other hand.
So Vinny's on the edge, Charles is in the middle, I'm on the other side. So as soon as the doors open, we start flaring. Charles beats us. In terms of the point.
248,100.
So what we remember.
To that.
So we're concentrating. There was nobody on our right side, so I should have taken like both. So what happened was, like,
We're both in the middle of just web shooting straight
yeah, we're shooting straight forward, like
Here's
focusing.
this guy with his arms like in our faces.
Yeah, I just see a hand going like what the hell? Hey, you point thief and all that.
Charles is just going to town all over the
My
place like a
vision of
12-year-old.
Charles' hands going like and I'm like, and that's when I beat Vinny like, fuck yeah, finally.
I know. I'm over here just to myself, just keeping narrow shots, like a fucking machine gun.
So we're all doing like the Spider-Man web thing and all that. It was a fun ride, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm proud. I got our high score.
Yeah, you did.
That was. I will say this. That's a hell of a workout.
It is.
It was,
Best-
yeah.
Best kind of workout. So,
Speaking of workout,
okay, yeah. So while we were waiting for the ride to get back up and going, Joe's like, okay, guys, wall sits. Like,
Wall
no,
sits.
this is a vacation. We are not working out right now.
and then
Starts
Wall
off with Vinny and Charles. They do a minute wall sit. And he's like, all right, Danny goes like, no, we're on vacation. I am not working out.
So the 2 do it, you whiner. And so what's funny is, it was technically good. So, just working out our knee wall sits, and people were kind of looking at like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah,
And we're
they
all
were.
like kind of just waiting, sit, boom. But what was great was our bodies got so used to it. This bitch didn't whine.
Yeah.
So, it was like a minute passed. We're like, boom. And we were like, that felt good and all that. All right,
Yeah.
our turn. Minute. Sabrina, she just looked at me, fuck you. And so, I'm working out. So I was like, all right, cool. But the Spider-Man ride was definitely fun. But then came the okay, let's buy all the late gifts and everything.
Actually, we ran into Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, we went to the web shop.
So we went to the web shop, but when the ride was done, here comes the Spider-Man,
Literally, as we're walking out, here comes Spider-Man walking across.
I get to fist bump him.
Yeah, it was a perfect moment. Like, hey,
Yeah.
holy shit! Like, hey, there he is. And of course, that dude was done with his shift. He's like, fucking leave and all that.
Yeah,
Fist bumps
he was-
Vinny. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he was out. Yeah.
Spider ahoy! And so he was, he was out and running. So we did our gift shops and everything. I think Vinny was looking for Ahsoka sabers. Sabrina, what were you?
At the Spider-Man gift shop, I got pins. And Charles.
Yeah, we got pins.
I
Yep.
got pins.
Yeah, the other thing you were looking for, which we'll get to, but the main thing you were looking for was the Avengers Campus, Spider-Man, and Iron Man pops. Now, when me and my family went back in July of last year, that was when the park that park just opened. Like, everything's brand new. They have all the merchandise. I was able to snag the Spider-Man and Iron Man pops. I go to the cashier's like, hey, do you guys need the Funko Pops? Since I knew she was looking for them. They're like, yeah, we've been sold out of those for over a year. You guys, I don't know what the situation is like in Florida, but over a year and you still can't get these back in stock.
Yeah, and we're way past beyond the shipping, problems. That,
Yeah,
that happen.
that's a big BS right there.
Yeah, like nice try, but again, we got done with the Spider shop.
Then we went over to the Guardians shop after that.
We went to the Guardian shop. It was okay.
I finally got my mini ears.
Oh, you got your mini
Yeah,
ears?
I did. Yep.
So Black Panther,
ears. Yeah, they're cool.
Oh, and then we got drinks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the
Yes.
drinks.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's hear Sabrina. You take the lead on this one.
Okay, so then we finally, Joe and I are like, yes, let's go get our drinks.
Yeah.
And so we were the last people in line.
So we were the last people, and so what happened was, what were you getting? The Pintastic or the Pin Particles?
The Particle Fizz.
The
Particle Fizz.
yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, we're the two drinkers of the group. We're like, yeah, let's get our drinks and all that. We kind of looked at the other three. They're like, oh fuck, all right, fine, let's do it.
Down to drink.
Yeah. So they're like, all right, let's all tag in. Like on my peripheral vision, of course, that's when the Disney guy walked, the polo shirt and everything. He was getting right behind either Vinny and all that.
Yeah, he was right behind me.
Yeah, he was right behind him, and that's it.
Yeah, we were the cutoff.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I was talking to him, and this family comes over with their stroller and everything. They're trying to get in last minute to grab more drinks. Here comes the wife with 5 more drinks from another shop, and the husband's carrying with his hands, and the guy's like, no more drinks. Only 2 drinks, and that's it. And the guy's like, so you can't get any more? He's like, no.
Yeah, he's like
Oh,
holding
man.
him. I'm like, what the?
It was a joke. I'm like, dude, you're not here to party hard at Disneyland. You get 2 drinks, that's it.
Yeah,
You got a
last
kid
thing
with
they
you.
need is a fiasco happening over there. So
Yeah.
and
So it looked like he was already kind of sloshed
Oh,
over.
yeah, he was
Oh,
already.
yeah. Oh yeah.
They were trying to stock up from other shops. So it's like, dude, stop.
And so what happened was that so we say that I got the honey fizz, you got the particle.
I got the Particle Fizz as well.
Yeah,
Particle
okay.
Fizz, yeah.
And
Me and you both got the honey fusion.
honey fusion, yeah. And it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, it was
tasted
delish.
like a liquid cough drop.
At first.
At first, yeah, but it was like, okay, this is
Yeah,
really,
once
really
you
sweet.
you have to stir the drinks, unfortunately.
No. I mean, yeah, that's what you did, and it was just like, oh, okay. It was really, really good. The honey stick was awesome. I freaking downed that. Like, as soon as you guys were like, all in that Guardians shop, I was like,
Oh, okay. So in this moment of my story, I'm not a drinker. I don't like drinking alcohol, but this was actually really good to where if we go back, I'm getting it again. But
You sure you want to get it again?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because this is my first time drinking. I think what was the drink made of?
it was just like honey
And
I think
vodka?
No, it was rum.
Oh, that's rum.
Yeah,
Okay, so that was my
yeah.
first time drinking rum, and halfway through the drink, my stomach just goes, and my stomach just flexes. I'm like, they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm fine. And As we're making our way back to Galaxy's Edge, I don't want to take up the rest of the story here, but basically when we got back to Galaxy's Edge, we bought more of the Kyber crystals. My stomach just would not stop going. And all of a sudden it hits me. I'm like, oh no, guys, I'll be right back. And I'm beelining to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I run to the bathroom. I'm by myself, thank God. And I drop in there, and staff member checks. I'm like, I'm in here. And they go, okay. They shut off the bathroom for me. I'm like, thank God.
And then while Vinny's doing that, Joe and Charles and Sabrina go for one last. Oh no, not Charles.
I was there for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so Charles, Joe, and Sabrina went for one last round of Kyber crystals.
Okay, yeah. So after our little gift shop to her, it was a long freaking walk back to Galaxy's
Yeah.
Edge,
Yeah.
and we're just like, this one here is like sprinting energy. We're just like,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, no, I was hauling ass.
Yeah, because it was like 11:20. It's like, okay, the park closes in like 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Let's do this. One of the things to add to another thing that I was really disappointed was the Resistance MREs, the little rations kit,
And the Yodelite.
And the Yodel.
and the Yodelite.
Yeah.
3 years of this park being, introduced, everything like that. It was like they discontinued it, and I was a little really, you guys were just open like 3 years ago, and you really discontinued those. I know they probably weren't popular sellers, but
They were important to the Star Wars fans.
yeah, and I was surprised no one on eBay was selling like an empty one or something like that. So again, that was a little disappointing. But anyway, so we're gonna do our last round of Kyber crystals and all. So again, we're like everything is closing.
This is the
everyone's,
last 10 minutes of the park being opened.
The park's closed. There's all the actors that are ready to go home too. You could just see them kind of looking that they're not getting people oh, the illusion's ruined and all that. So of course blitzing right past Disneyland. I mean the Main Street and all.
You just beelined it for Doc Ondars.
Yeah, and so here we go. We're right there. We got the red Kyber crystals. I bought freaking 4.
You bought 4. You bought
3.
3, and then I bought another 3 just to help out.
Yeah, and
I got 3.
3. So we open it. Nothing.
Red.
Nothing.
Red.
And I was like, oh.
I saw it on your face. You're like,
So we're all there, and I think Charles had a problem with his saber. So
oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was getting help on your saber.
Yeah, because what happened with mine was the edge, the fourth LED down went out, and so
it didn't run out. It was dimmer.
Well, it was dimmer, but then it did go out.
Oh, I didn't
at
see
one
that.
point, and so I would tap it, and it would come back on, and then it was a different color, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?" So I brought it up. I was just gonna get another blade and just be like, okay, I'll crack this other one open, see if I can fix it. Maybe it's a short in, the soldering or whatever. And I just casually explained it to the cast member there, and she's like, "You got that today, right?" And I was like, "Yeah,
a few hours ago."
Yeah, and she's like, "You shouldn't have to buy a replacement for that. Hold on, let me go speak with someone."
Yeah. She goes in the back room for a while, and
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
Joe's getting
Yeah.
2 more
So-
crystals.
Yep.
So okay, hold on. So after nothing and all that, in a perfect Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka moment, it was like, I'll buy 2 more and all that. So the clerk, Lauren, she's like, "Are you sure you want to buy another 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's just do this." And so I bought 2 Kyber crystals. And so everyone's off doing that. I think you guys were looking over at holocrons or something like that.
I was looking at the sabers. I was sticking close by just in case you got it.
I was looking
Yeah,
at
I was
the
saying close
Jedi
to
belts because I wanted to add one of the belt accessories to my Jedi robes.
So luckily, yeah, and so luckily, no kids around. I think it was us and probably
two other people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so pop open one, and tilt the light. It was black, but next thing you know, I saw the little piece of paper with the words. My first initial reaction was like, fuck yeah. He
was freaking out.
I was looking,
Yeah.
I thought not get it first time at Galaxy's Edge, third attempt, But I'm like looking around, the last customer of Doc Honors, and it was just like like people are just like
Even the cast members
the
were
cast members were like
cheering,
cheering,
yeah.
And so people were like, "Hey, he finally got he got one." All like, keep
in
I
mind-
was just gonna walk her like I gotta go into and fucking
Yeah.
Slughorn shows up like.
And keep in mind, since I started going to Galaxy's Edge back in 2019, I've been bringing crystals back home for Joe just to see if he could get it.
Yeah.
Well, now it's my turn.
and now it's
Both our turns.
Vinny needs
And
one
Sabrina
too.
and Vinny are next. Me, Charles, and Joe now have the black crystal.
What's funny is Sabrina and I were looking at that bowl. There was only like 2 kyber crystals left, and we're both like, "Should we get more and burn more money? We have no idea."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this was my moment, damn it. And so, so it was like I was just like let's take pictures and all that, like with Lauren and oh shit, what was that? Jolene, yeah. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
Lauren and Jolene, yeah, the clerks and all that, like that helped out. It was just like holy crap, like everyone applauded. I was like, thank you, and shit.
And then after you got the crystal, here comes the other cast member back with your saber.
Yes, yeah. So apparently, I guess it was a battery issue. Like she messed with it for a while, and then I guess she finally did get it to occur again. And she's like, "Yeah, it was a battery issue." So she swapped out the
That's
batteries.
something that to keep in mind. Like if you're ever building a saber, or if you buy one of the legacy sabers, I think the legacy sabers they also come with batteries. But when you build a saber, immediately change the batteries.
Right. Yeah.
And meanwhile, I wanted to buy one of the kid lightsabers because they're really cool and just fun to use as for like a prop and easy to maneuver.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, after these guys get their victory, I'm just sweating bullets. I'd run to the bathroom and
yeah. You were like, boom.
Kind of like that whole girl moment, like. And he just, like fanning himself right into the bathroom.
it honestly reminded me of that scene from Digimon the movie when Ty's friend, he ate his mom's food that they served, and he's just sweating bullets. He's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom."
By this point, the park is closed, but
Yeah.
Main
Here.
Street and downtown Disney stay open for another hour or two.
Yes.
Thankfully.
So prior to that, like, there was more shopping, but prior to that, like, Galaxy's Edge was to ourselves.
Yeah,
So one of
we
the
had the
most
entire land to
perfect
ourselves.
closing moments of that park.
Insert picture of my photo.
Yeah, no,
of the
I'll
Falcon.
get the pictures up here.
Like,
And it was just a beautiful moment. It was just maybe there was like 2 cast members and they're kind of just like preventing people from coming into the Falcon ride, but we're just like looking around. We're the only ones here.
Yeah.
And so we just took pictures and all that and just kind of like fanboying again, just recreating shots. And it was just such a pitch perfect moment. Like, all right, this is it, until next time to see the Falcon again. Like, it was kind of like a bow, wave goodbye to the ship. Thank you for the memories.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's to Main Street, saw the the jack-o'-lantern. I think we were about to cut again. we were about to cut again. Again, there was like 2 lines already still with people, and it was ridiculous.
I really wanted us to have that photo together, but it was like, you know what? This was our Galaxy's Edge moment.
Yeah, we got our Galaxy's Edge group
got
picture.
That was the
We're
only one we needed. That was
So,
it.
So
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I jumped into one of the Main Street stores real quick to get some small little gifts for my managers at work. And then, I don't know if you guys bought anything else, but that was like one of my
Star
last
Wars
things.
took it all, so I don't want to
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention what we were before we left California Adventures. We went into one of their main street and one of their main stores. Me personally, one of my main missions for spending money over there was to get this little lady a piece of Disney jewelry.
I'm wearing it.
Oh, I didn't know you were wearing it. So what I bought her,
I noticed it.
what I bought her was this little Minnie Mouse head that had like these has her bow, but it has the letter S in like little diamonds. I'm like, she's like, oh, I like that. Grabbed it, and she's like, no, you don't have to. Like, no, that was my mission. I'm buying you some Disney jewelry, so I'm glad I was able to do that.
That's sweet.
Hey, what's this back here, Steve?
But yeah, I'm wearing it. It's really sweet.
I mean, we couldn't do the big big Mickey pumpkin, but
Yeah.
one of the things though, in Halloween time, you have to go to. It's the only kind of Warner Brothers property that's on.
Oh yeah.
It's for those who haven't read or seen Ray Bradbury's The Halloween Tree, it's basically this tree with all these jack-o'-lanterns like perched on top and everything. And it was kind of like, okay, this is actually a special moment because, I mean, Ray Bradbury, a renowned sci-fi and science fiction writer and all that. And so, of course, he was a huge Disneyland fan. They did this in memory of him. So for the Halloween tree, I would say for those, the history behind it, definitely get a picture with something like that one. So yeah, that was a great moment. So now that the park was done, well, I mean,
I think we just headed back to the hotel.
Well, no. We stopped in the Main Street Disney store and got a couple.
We talked about that.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we did. And so
Sorry.
after that, our little adventure, we went back to our hotel, and again, memories were made. Definitely that urge, that feeling to go back. You know, once our wallets refill.
Well, we did go to that collector's shop.
Oh, that's the next day.
That's the next day. Yeah.